Hi, everybody. Welcome to ED Connections, where we are live and connected. My name is Kayla Carson. I'm the Regional Director of Clinical Partnerships for the SAILA Eating Disorder Network. Our SAILA Eating Disorder Network is comprised of Magnolia Creek, SAILA House, and the Toledo Center for Eating Disorders, which focuses to meet each client exactly where they are in their eating disorder recovery. We provide the necessary therapeutic techniques to empower sustainable freedom. Our expert clinical teams help clients understand recovery is possible by using individualized treatment plans comprised of a combination of evidence-based treatment modalities. Our goal is to help make each client feel safe and at home by conducting all levels of care in really comfortable home-like settings, really designed to offer a clear step-down process so clients feel continually supported in their recovery journey. We're really excited to be talking with our family talking about our family programming today from Magnolia Creek. We have Suzanne Arnett, the Regional Director of Clinical Partnerships, and we have Jessica Schaefer, our family therapist here. Suzanne, I'll let you share a little bit more about Magnolia Creek and introduce our teammate, Jessica.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kayla. Magnolia Creek is located outside of Birmingham, Alabama, on a beautiful rural campus. We have several dozen acres. We have a fishing pond. It's a large home where up to 22 ladies can stay and receive treatment for their primary eating disorder, secondary addiction, secondary mental health. And I am thrilled to see Jessica Schaefer on our screen today. Jessica, you are one of our family therapists, and we are delighted to have you. Tell me a little bit about family programming at Magnolia Creek.
Okay, yeah, I'm happy to be here, by the way. Thanks for having me, ladies. Family programming here, I'll just start by explaining one of my favorite things that we do monthly. If COVID is not present, we have a family workshop each month, and it usually takes place about the third week of every month, and it is a 2-day intensive. And so during those 2 days, the family members, we provide them with a binder, and it is full of educational resources and homework assignments for them to do, worksheets for them to practice. So the first day of programming, we spend a lot of time talking about education. So I do a group on educating families on the different types of diagnoses that we typically see here at Magnolia Creek. And then our dietitians do a group just educating on all the different types of eating disorders and how to make meal plans and what are helpful books and resources that they can go to. And then we also talk a lot about boundaries and family roles and how the whole family itself is impacted by this, by the eating disorder and also by the mental health or substance abuse that the clients are experiencing. And then our second day of programming is really spent on the clients and the families connecting with one another. I call it the emotional day. And so it's a lot of letter writing. It's about making amends. It's about affirming one another and kind of, moving forward with relationships if there's ever been any issues or problems that have kind of gotten in the way amid, all of the struggles with the eating disorder and everything else that they have going on.
Okay, I know that's been a really popular thing in the months leading up to COVID. COVID, of course, has brought many challenges to our campus and to others. How has that family program transitioned? And, what are you guys doing every week to make sure that there's still family involvement in treatment?
So as a family therapist, I meet with the clients once a week, and during our sessions, I either have a session with their family, like their parents, or if it's a parent that I have, we have it with their children. If family members aren't as involved in certain clients' lives, I try to encourage clients to reach out to support systems, whether that be a sponsor or a friend or a loved one, and then even for the clients that we have that don't have any family involvement or much of a support system, we spend a lot of time still talking about what it will look like when they leave, how they can seek out support, how they can still have healthy boundaries in their lives. We also spend a lot of time processing through maybe childhood trauma or things that they have experienced when it comes to relational issues.
And what modalities do you tend to use with our clients?
So I am a very integrated therapist. I like to use several modalities, kind of like, aside one another. So three of my favorite are Bowenian family therapy, experiential family therapy, and structural family therapy. My view of each of those kind of Columbo effect together is the main focuses for me is talking about communication skills, meeting the family where they're at. Whoever is in my room, whether it's virtually or physically, I view that as my client. So it's not just that I'm here working with the person that's at Magnolia Creek. It's also about working with the people who are outside of here. Family therapy isn't about assigning blame to one person. It's about looking at the issues that are going on and then seeing where change can be created, whether that's within the hierarchy of the family system, whether that's through resolving issues from the past, or whether that is just working on their communication styles.
That's great. Very interesting and deep, I guess, therapeutic modalities that you use. Why did you want to become a family therapist?
Growing up, I always knew I wanted to be a therapist. But as I started, when I was in school, I had my first marriage and family therapy class, and I was like, this is it. This is for me. I love looking at everything from a family systems perspective, or just a systems perspective, because it's not, I can't look at one client and, talk about relationships with them and not go back and say, okay, let's talk about how, your parents' relationship was. Tell me about what your first relationship was like. How does your culture impact that? What about your religious beliefs? Like, there's so many impactful experiences and things that go into our views and our beliefs and our experiences that we have to explore. And from my perspective, I would be doing a disservice by not doing that. For example, I had a client today actually say, during our session, she said, I feel like an individual. And it brought tears to my eyes, because that is essentially the goal. It's not about I'm an individual and I want to be isolated from the world, but it's about I am actually thinking about things that I want to do, things that I enjoy. Whereas her life was so consumed by, what am I going to eat? How am I going to work out today? How much wine do I want to drink tonight? What is my family going to say about how I wear this outfit? And it's about creating your own individuality while having relationships and having healthy boundaries. But it's all about having that own sense of self and connection to yourself. And so for me, that's the epitome of what family therapy is about.
Wonderful. Okay, last question. What's your favorite thing about Magnolia Creek?
Obviously, I love working here for the setting and the environment. It's just driving up the driveway is therapeutic itself. So it's always a great reminder to me that I don't have to be, that this is an experience, within itself. It's not that I'm closed in my office and I have to look at these four walls every day. I get to have sessions by the lake. I get to, we get to sit in a swing, or we get to sit in a hammock, or on a picnic table. It's very beautiful. And I also love the team approach. I think, obviously, I said I love systems, and so here we are a system, and it's not just an individual therapist and then the family therapist, and then you have to call each other and say, okay, well, what y'all talk about, or collaborate. We literally get to have meetings where we collaborate together and talk about the things that we're all working on. And from that perspective, I feel like we are able to help the clients so much more because we have all of the pieces. Without that, we would be really, it would be really difficult to understand everything. I feel like just ultimately we have a deeper understanding of what the clients are going through and how we can help them.
And I know that transition has got to be so special as a therapist to see someone from when they come in the door, and some people maybe have just a loss of hope. They just feel hopeless, and then to see them become empowered. And like you said, the client that says, I feel like an individual, that's amazing. That's awesome. I love that. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
Well, Kayla, back to you.
Thank you guys so much. Jessica, thank you for sharing your passion with us, and thank you for sharing your heart for this work. For more information about our eating disorder network of services, or if you or someone you know is suffering from an eating disorder, we are here and really ready to help. You can visit our website at www.magnolia-creek.com. You can contact our admissions team 24/7 at 205-678-4373 or private message us on our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. We invite you to join us next week for Live and Connected, our ED Connection series on Wednesday, July 29th, and that is at 12 p.m. Eastern on the Toledo Center Facebook page, as we welcome Sam Sattler, our primary therapist at Toledo Center for Eating Disorders. We are going to learn more about treating co-occurring disorders that can come along with a primary eating disorder diagnosis. From myself, Suzanne, Jessica, and the team at Magnolia Creek, thank you for joining us today. And again, we are here, we are ready to help, and we invite you to walk with us in freedom. We'll see you next week. Bye.